When people hear the name Greenland, they usually imagine a very cold, silent, and empty land. They imagine snow, ice, darkness, and endless white mountains. They imagine a place where life is difficult and survival is slow. But what most people do not know is this. Once upon a time, people believed that Greenland would become the future home of humanity. They believed it could become a new beginning for human civilization. Yes, a frozen island was once sold as a dreamland. More than 1,000 years ago, there lived a Viking explorer named Eric the Red. Eric was forced to leave his homeland after getting into trouble. He sailed away across the dangerous and cold ocean, searching for a new place to live. After months of painful travel, he finally reached a massive land covered with snow and ice. Everything around him was white. The air was freezing. The land was harsh and empty. But Eric was very clever. He knew that no one would willingly move to a land that looked this dangerous. So instead of calling it a cold land, he gave it a beautiful name. He called it Greenland. Not because it was green, but because people trust beautiful names. When Eric returned and told his people about Greenland, they imagined green fields, soft grass, and peaceful farms. Families sold their homes. They packed their belongings. They said goodbye to their villages. They left everything they knew behind just to follow a dream. They believed Greenland would give them a better life. For some time, Greenland actually worked. Small villages were built, churches were raised, cattle were kept. People farmed small patches of land. They traded animal skins and ivory. Life was hard, but it continued. But Greenland had one hidden truth. It only worked when nature allowed it, and nature never promises stability. Slowly, the weather began to change. Winters became longer and colder. Summers became shorter and weaker. Grass stopped growing properly. Animals began to starve. Food became rare. Ships stopped coming. People became isolated. And then something frightening happened. The villages started disappearing, one by one, silently. There were no war stories, no invasion stories, no clear explanation. The Viking civilization in Greenland simply faded away. History swallowed them without making a sound. Greenland still exists today. It is still cold, still remote, still difficult to live in. But now something strange is happening again. The ice is melting, and once again, the world has started watching Greenland closely. Because under the ice, there are rare minerals, oil, gas, and new sea routes. Once again, Greenland is being seen as a prize, not a home. Greenland teaches us something very important. Not every land that looks beautiful is meant to be lived on. Not every promise leads to a better future. And not every dream survives reality. Some places exist to remind us that nature always has the final word. Greenland is not just an island. It is a warning written in ice. It shows us what happens when ambition forgets reality. This is Elevate Every Day, where hidden histories reveal real lessons. Subscribe for more stories like this.